For the first 2.5 seasons of his career, Larry Johnson was little more than a disgruntled backup running back. In Week 9 of last season, he finally got his chance to be the full-time starter.
And Johnson stays on his feet, 15, 10, and stays on his feet inside the 5. Touchdown!
He became the game's premier power back and finished the year with an astounding 1,750 rushing yards and 21 touchdowns.
Anger is not the anger in the sense of anger mad. His anger is that he wants to be successful. You know, that's the difference. You know, that's what people construe. Well, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got that. That's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. That's what you think. But he's really doing it because he knows every time he walks on the field, you have to prove yourself.
Johnson's father first taught his son about proving himself on the football field when he coached him in Pop Warner.
The first scrimmage against a bigger team, I'm running, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna score. This is pretty much easy. I get to the sideline, and all of a sudden I got hit, blindsided. I was like, Dad, I think I'm done. I had a headache too. I was like one of those ringers. I was like, Dad, I'm done. I don't want to play football no more.
I go, no, you can't be done. You can't be done. And I gave him a speech about, hey, just go back out there, give it another shot. You'll prove yourself. You'll be all right, promise you. He goes back out. He hits the sideline again. Instead of running out of bounds, he turns back into the guys in the middle of the field just to prove how tough he was.
In high school, Larry Jr. learned patience and how to make the most of an opportunity. He was an unused backup until midway through his junior season. His first chance to play, he ran for over 200 yards. For college, he headed to Penn State, where his father was the defensive line coach. For 3 seasons, he toiled as the backup running back before finally becoming the starter as a senior. In his home finale, he had the opportunity to become the first player in school history to run for 2,000 yards in a season.
And I'm trying my best not to cry because I know the camera's going to roll right to my face when he runs for 2,000 yards.
They pitch it to Larry Johnson, left side, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! 2K for LJ!
I lost it. Here's Larry off the sideline and grabbing a big hug. It was a great moment. It was a great moment to be a father.
After leaving the warm embrace of his father in Penn State, Johnson entered the cold world of pro football. In the 2003 draft, he was selected by the Chiefs, a team that already had an all-pro running back in Priest Holmes.
As soon as somebody at Kansas City called, I was like, oh. I was like, man, it got to be somebody else that need a running back.
Very frankly, at that time, Priest was coming off of hip surgery. We weren't sure if and when he would be back or how much he would be able to play. Unfortunately, to Larry's disappointment, our happiness, Priest came back and had a great year, scored 27 rushing touchdowns, set the record at that time. And Larry went to the bench.
What did you think then?
I was like,
here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again. I had to sit and wait and for somebody else to go down or somebody else to move on. I don't think it has to work that way. And if you have one great guy, why can't you have 2 great guys? And I think sometimes people think in job situations, like, oh, I can never beat him out because he's the guy, he's the CEO, so I can't be better than him. And sometimes it's not always necessarily true.
One person who was hesitant to give Johnson his share of playing time was Chiefs head coach Dick Vermeil.
Maybe he will continue to grow up because he got some pressure on him now, because if Priest doesn't play, he's going to be carrying a load. And it's a lot of responsibility that so far he has a way to go to prove that he can handle it.
In Johnson's first start of 2005, the Chiefs trailed by 3 with only seconds left.
He's at the 15-yard line, angling 10, 5, Larry Johnson is down to the 1.
With time for one more play, rather than play for the tie, Vermeil placed the game and his trust in Johnson's hands.
Let's go for the score right here. Let's go for the score. Run 1 inch. 20 blast. 20 blast.
That decision, if we lose, could be the decision that you live with the rest of your career.
Man, is he going for it. Here we go from the 1-yard line. This is to win the game or lose the game.
Johnson rewarded Vermeil's leap of faith with a leap to victory.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
What a gutsy call.
Wow, what the hell can I say? Offense. We as coaches finally got smart enough to find out what the hell you guys can do best.